Alright, hey guys, back with game number 3 between Finn and Crown, and we are now going to be on Entombed Valley. In the bottom left, we do have the current King of the Hill, Candide, coming out for Crown Gaming. Looking really good, this clan war. We'll see if he can continue it on and get that all kill. Person trying to stop him, switch for Finn Gaming as the red Protoss in the upper right. And we're going to have a PvZ, so we're actually seeing within the first 3 games all 3 matchups. That's always nice to see. I hate to see, 4 PvPs in a row. PvP's fun and all, but you gotta mix it up a little bit, right? Right. And PvZ on Entombed Valley, notoriously, I believe that Protoss likes this map a little bit better. I mean, this wall-off kind of sucks, but in the macro game, they seem to like it just a little bit more than the Zerg player. And I'll have to see what Candide has in store for us this game at least. He has shown us already today. First game, macro game, very solid. Second game, very early pressure in his EVZ. Just went ahead and get that right over with, so he can mix it up. If we see a Baneling bust here, I wouldn't be all that surprised. It'd be a good strategy. Now, it could be that ZVZ is just his worst matchup and he wanted to get it over with real quick, or it could be that he's just good at best ofs. Some people are just really good at mixing it up and choosing the right style to play or the right build to play, so we'll have to see how he does against a Protoss player. Now, Switch is going for that Probe Scout, really just seeing what he wants to see, which is a pull down, and, well, actually, I take that back. He would love to see him trying to get a 15 hatch, but of course, I mean by he wants to see that he is seeing normal things, and now he does see the hatch go down. Did not actually try to block it, instead stole minerals, which is okay. Apparently, he wasn't very keen on stopping that hatch free, and some Protoss players, they really don't care. They're up macroing at home, and if it gets down, then it gets down. No big deal. Some players, they love blocking the hatchery. It's like what they live for. Both hatcheries sometimes, if they go for that really quick third. Switch, obviously, not so keen on it. Now, he does just leave it at the Xel'Naga. Overlord's going to see it, so no early attack's really going to slip by as easily with that Xel'Naga right there, and these positions specifically. These positions, everything each player sends at each other, it's going to be seen by the Xel'Naga, so a very key aspect to this map in this specific oh my god, positions, that's the word. Anyways, the Nexus is about to finish. He also has his gateway and his first cannon coming up. Now, I didn't see any Zerglings on the way, so the cannon, he took forever to get that cannon, which you can do if you have good scouting and if the Zerglings are going to be out. If you see 6 Zerglings coming out with your probe, you might want to put the cannon down before the gateway or the extra pylon. But I'm not sure. Yeah, oh, okay, I see what he's saying. Yeah, there's an early gas. So, what is this going to be? Now, he's saying a slowling all in, but that's, what's the gas for then? I'm thinking he's going to get metabolic boost. He's going to be on 3 bases, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going into a macro game. Once again, that 3rd base can simply be A, fake out, say, hey, I'm going for 3 bases, don't worry, Protoss, and B, larva. And see if the attack does any damage. They'll have 3 bases instead of 2, which is always nice. That's nice Zergling scout right there, checking for any proxy pylons. Cannons behind there always sucks, especially on this map where it's a little more difficult to get to your 3rd base. Takes a little more time. Some Zerg players forget to do it entirely, but he's just gonna go for the rocks right now, and this will take forever to go down, but they will eventually. And what is this probe doing over here? This is gonna be the opposite of a proxy pylon, although I guess he could, well, I mean, it's still fairly close, but usually you'd see him over here or something like that. We'll have to see what that probe's gonna do later. Now, the metabolic boost has started, and he's still on the gas, so what are we gonna see? 7 more drones out on the way. No additional gas, and it is the 6-minute mark. That's usually where you'd see the Zerg player have at least 2 gases. And he just only has 1, so not sure what we're gonna see. Really excited to see what exactly we're gonna see. He does seem to be droning up his 3rd, at least a little bit, and he is intent on breaking down the rocks. He has no additional scouting information, well, except the Suicide Lords, but I mean, his lings aren't out on the map. They aren't searching every which way for that proxy pylon or anything like that, so Very interesting. Still no additional gases, by the way. This is... I don't know. Unfortunately, when I was a Zerg player, I didn't really all-in that much, so the one all-in I knew against a Zerg player was the natural cancel, which would have happened like 4 minutes ago or something like that. So, well, okay. Finally, we're going to see some action. 20 Lings on the way, as well as 2 Evo Chambers, though, so I guess he's going to see what he can do with 20 Lings, and then go ahead and go into a macro game, it seems like. Now, these Overload Suicides, he did Overload, Suicide 1 right here, as we saw, didn't really see anything. Rather, it saw the lack of something, which is equally as important. And, oh no! No! Oh, thank God. I thought B was, like, for beginning or something. Oh, that would have, but no, it, like, skipped. It went back like a second or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the Overlord meant to press the vision. Alright, yeah, it's just gonna confirm that there's a third, but there's a block right here, so you generally understand that there's a third behind that. Now the Lings did take the secret passageway behind there, the long way around to get there, and no cannon is up. This Zealot's like, I'm coming, guys, just give me like a good 4 minutes and I'll be there. And this wall should go down before the cannon's finished. I mean, look how fast these gateways are coming down. A sentry is being warped and he's going to need one more at least, though. This will block this one if he gets it down, get it down, get it down, get it down. Oh, and the Lings actually run away. It's very anticlimactic. But he just goes back to hitting the other one, and yeah, he does need an additional sentry right there. But with the additional sentry, and the cannon's now up as well as the other cannon, it will survive the wall that is, and he's just going to plant another gateway, no big deal. And oh my god, they just go right to the front. Oh wow, that was a little slip up by Switch. That's actually very good by Candide to go ahead and test that in case the Pros player is messing up, so that's what you should always do. Now the gateways for Candide are not plentiful. He has one going on. These two were actually just recently warped in. And he's just going to get the Twilight Council, no problem. Sentries coming in. There's 4 sentries. Actually, yeah, he definitely needs a Zealot right there. Or, at least a few of those would go down without the force fields. And 1 sentry does go down. 2 sentries went down. There was definitely 4 sentries right there. So 2 sentries went down. That's pretty good. As well as the Twilight Council. Oh, and he's building 2? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think it's a thing to get a blink and charge together, but it could be his plan. Like maybe his entire plan was off the fact that he was going to get blink really, really early and then charge really, really, right after that. So now he needs to make up for it. I don't know. We'll have to, I'm going to, just stay right here. Like, forget everything else. Blink goes on. Nothing. Alright, that's a mistake. Just, spur of the moment, you probably wanted to put down a gateway or another cannon or something like that, and instead put on another Twilight Council. He might have tried putting down a Templar Archives before the other one died, and then it died, and then he quickly went to the Twilight Council thing. That might have been what happened. But anyways, it is what it is now, unfortunately, and he has 2 Twilight Councils in case one dies. There's one right next to it. And, well, now his macro is at least up, but Candide is like, alright, buddy, you're in your base. I did, a lot of damage to your timings if you had any. I'm feeling pretty safe, so 2 more bases it is. My upgrades, he's going Mutalist, getting Infestors as well for the follow-up. His drone count is at 94, good God. That is a lot of drones. But he can do it. He feels so safe with what happened. He's just like, you know what, Mutalisk, gonna give me map control and gonna keep the Pross in their base as long as possible. So that, plus that little Ling run by, I am perfectly golden. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want, and he is. He's also gonna get the 2 proxy well, he should get the proxy pylons because he does not want Zealots backstabbing him and just messing him up a little bit. If he can deny it, then great, why not? Now he does catch, oh my gosh, this Protoss army is so tiny. He says, alright, I'm going to take whatever I can with the Mutalisk, and I actually like this decision because he's trading gas units for gas units, but he can just follow up with a bunch of Lings. Oh, actually, never mind. I thought he was going to kill more sentries. I don't like that trade anymore. If he killed all the sentries, that would have been really, really good. But he still left about 5, and now he definitely needs to defend. +1 is on the way, so that's really unfortunate. If you get +1, it usually means you're going to get a few more Mutalisks, but just losing the Mutalisk and then not building anymore. The +1's not going to be very well worth it, so We'd love to see a cancel, but he's just going to go with it. He's too busy trying to defend his front from this harassment. Now, it is a Blink Stalker 3 base. This is something that I've actually practiced, but he doesn't have nearly enough units to actually hold on to his units. That made sense. Yeah, and that's a GG. So, alright. Let me just go back here. What I think he wanted to do was something that I think Genius did, maybe? It was on Entombed Valley, it was off 3 bases, it was Blink Stalker, it was for a team league, he faced Rhett. No, it was the recent GSL champion, Seed. I think it was Seed versus Rhett, and Seed did this build, and I'm pretty sure it's this one, you know, minus the 2 Twilight Councils. And it hit, you know, it started that ball rolling, you know? It was suddenly like, oh, he almost has enough, and then suddenly, bam, he had way too much for the Zerg player to handle, and it does not work out. When a Protoss player, like, really gets hit hard for their timings are very weak after that. You know, very powerful if you're able to get it on time and everything perfect and whatnot, and then if you can't, it just kind of degrades in power. But that's at least my take on what happened right there and what Switch was going to try and do. Unfortunately, Canada was all over it. 5 bases, some lings, upgrades, drones galore. He is good, so taking on all 3 races so far. That puts Crown up 3-0 against Finn. And, well, we're going to go right ahead into game number 4. Remember, this is for the URTL, the Underrated Team League. Go check us out, Underrated Gaming. And we'll go into the next game. See you in a minute.